Good morning, Mizzou esports fans, and welcome back to another day of streams. My name is Alec, and I am joined by Ian. And today we have Premier League of Legends going against Northeastern as they continue their run in NECC today. Should be a very, very exciting game, and another BO3 for League. They did play yesterday. Was extremely tough for them going against, I believe a full challenger team.
Seems like it's almost a weekly event at this point.
Yeah, that's what happens though. You're
Yeah.
in Div 1. You're in one of the hardest divisions, in the league and everything. Plus, it's kind of preparing you for CLOL.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a rough challenge every time. They're not going to have too many easy battles. But going into that, they've been getting a lot of games this season so far. A couple of them on stream, not all of them, but definitely a lot of games in general. Our team, personally, I know from experience, has been just grinding out, getting as good as they can over the course of this semester.
Yeah. So, once again, should be a very fun match. I believe, by the looks of it, both teams, I would say, are kind of even in rank, I want to say. So, into draft now, looking at Northeastern side, went ahead and banning out the Wukong, Jarvan, and the Syndra. So they really want to close out a lot of those jungle picks there, especially these strong jungle picks as well, such as Wukong, J4. You got so much lockdown as well as just survivability. It's
Syndra
ridiculous.
Range is insane.
Yeah, plus Syndra. You
Yeah.
don't want to see Sento Momochi on Syndra at all, or he will just scale
Make
to
your health bar
infinity.
0 in 5 seconds.
Yes, he will.
Mizzou is going to ban out Ivern, Vlad, and Akali.
Yeah, so looking at the enemy team's OPGG, we got a Vlad and a Kali one trick.
Which they have some very interesting plays, especially Vlad. Vlad's playstyle is very weird. It's in that weird kind of middling range.
Yeah, with Vlad, you want to just sit there and play to scale, and then the moment that you are a nasty, disgusting freak of nature, and nobody likes you.
You hit like level 13, 14, and all of a sudden you're a demigod.
Yeah, Vlad doesn't make any sense to me. Anti-heal is fake against that champ. Good riddance, in my opinion. Ivern, always just been a massive sleeper pick, I want to say.
Yeah.
Nobody really minds Ivern, but the moment you go against the Ivern, you definitely feel his impact.
Having even jungle Ivern also just feels really funky to play with too.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, why is the enemy champion now just stunned? I have a bunch of shields and now the fight's over.
Yeah, no, literally, it's absolutely ridiculous. And Akali, your AP assassin that will
Melt
also
you
just delete you in half a second.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
That passive does so much damage.
Akali is just ridiculous.
I know, I love playing her.
So looking at picks now, looks like Northeastern, they're going to go ahead and lock that Talia along with a Yunara and an Alistar.
Yeah, that Alistar is going to be pretty Yunara Alistar, I'm assuming most likely is going to be their bot duo. I don't see any other way unless you're doing something weird like Yunara mid or something along those lines.
Nah, you won't ever see a Yunara mid, I don't believe.
Not in ladder, at least. Regardless, that does mean they are going to have a lot of this Alistar game plan of just Yunara go do 100 attacks and then just kill someone.
Yeah, with Yunara, we see how she is. She was released in, I want to say, a fairly balanced state. A lot of people didn't like her, but
yeah, I feel like that's grown over time, though.
Every time I saw it, it was the simple thing of, you let a Yunara scale. Yeah, she's going to take over your game.
Or
not scale.
And then press Alt key.
Yeah, it's just like Yunara should easily become a demon. So, it makes sense. Then that Talia, it's hard to decide whether that's going to be a Talia mid or Talia jungle. Not sure. It could flex anywhere.
It could flex anywhere, though. I feel like Talia jungle, at least, it is their first pick. I feel like that probably leans more towards Talia mid.
Or they're just going to have it sit as more of like a flex. But
True.
You could be right with it being a mid pick, though, since, you do have two mid laners already banned out.
Yeah.
Looking at Mizzou's picks, though, starting out, we got Trundle, Ziggs, and Rakan.
Rakan, if I remember correctly, we do play a good amount of Rakan for Mizzou if it's playable.
I believe, or I at least know that Prefects is comfortable on the Rakan. Though.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, Prefects
has
gotten a lot more comfortable on these engaged supports for sure. I want to see his rel. I am excited to see his rel. He always hypes up his rel. I need to see it.
We are going to see Ambessa and Rivet Wait,
Camille.
Camille. I always mix those two characters up. They have the exact same color palette, and it's insane.
Almost, yeah, just a tad, just a tad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mizzou going to go ahead and ban out that Ambessa and Camille, trying to, leave a little more space there for Apex in the top lane. And then Northeastern going to go ahead and ban out the Yone and the Silas, which is
Really
surprising.
banning out that mid lane.
I suppose that they thought that the
Ziggs
Ziggs was
ADC.
actually going bot,
Yeah.
when in reality, that is Sento Momochi.
Yo.
'Cause
So that is kind of just the that is going to mean that they're going to use three of their bans at least towards mid.
yeah, that's 3 mid lane
Yeah.
bans right there. And then
Which is
so I mean, I would definitely say a nice flex pick there for Mizzou, and
Yeah.
they got the MF. So
this Fortune Recon does too many shenanigans sometimes.
it definitely can be a very nice combo with the quickness mixed with that bullet time.
Ults come live, and all of a sudden you have a dead team.
I mean, literally, like if you can charm as many people as possible
yeah,
into
is
MFL, is just lovely. Plus, with the whole, you got Trundle slow in it as well. Plus, Ziggs
Yeah.
just constantly burning you out.
They all have these giant AoE just affect everyone abilities, which is going to go kind of insane in the late team fight. And the Ornn. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be some late team fights.
We love seeing an Ornn if he locks it. And it will
Looks
be
like
locked.
it will lock it. So Ornn Renekton, and that's going to be an interesting top lane at the start. The Ornn just not having to leave lane is probably going to be kind of crazy here because Renekton kind of just doesn't have to worry about the mana and just plays off a rampage.
Yeah, I want to say that this matchup, I mean, I'm not a top laner. I wouldn't know. I would say it's Ornn favored, especially, I mean, Ornn is just a beefy brick. Like,
in my opinion, I have a decent amount of experience top lane, at least from what I've played with both these characters, is that it's basically going to revolve down to how many times is Ornn going to be able to smash into those rocks. And
that's true, yeah.
Renekton.
How many times is Ornn going to be able to get that brittle passive off onto the Renekton?
If Renekton can just not get hit by it at least a good chunk of the time, it's just going to be Renekton repeatedly going in, poking, leaving.
Yeah, he should be fine. And then we got the Ahri into the Ziggs matchup.
I think that Ahri is probably going to play a massive role in those late game team fights. That charm is insane. Not to mention they have a really mobile team just in general.
Yeah, I would definitely say Northeastern's
Alistar,
team.
Ahri, Renekton.
Yeah, plus
the Talia is the least mobile and has an ultimate that says "I leave now."
even then, I would even say Talia. Yeah, she's definitely the least mobile on the team. But even then, when she's fighting in the jungle or in the river, her passive, getting that extra move speed next to the wall, I mean, that'll give her some more movement speed as well.
Meanwhile, Mizzou, once 20 minutes hits, if a team fight happens in a jungle, I feel like Northeastern is just going to explode.
Yeah, that is if they can lock down the Ahri and the Renekton, because both of them with their dashes and everything. Actually, they need to lock down. Honestly, fighting in the jungle, period, for Mizzou is going to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, unless they have a bunch of ults live.
Yeah, and even then, you definitely
need to do it right.
A ton of CC in that moment to even, I would say, think about it. The team play here, the team fights are definitely going to be
weird.
I want to say a little awkward for Mizzou. While, I mean, Northeastern, I feel like their whole thing is scrambling and then just overwhelming. They all have some type of movement.
Yeah, they're just going to take they're going to take 5v1s.
Exactly.
That's their plan.
So, I mean, but personally, though, you have to also watch out for the Alistar Talia combo as well.
Yes.
You get headbutted into her mines. That's also you're also
too
stunned.
Much damage.
You're also stunned there.
Yes.
Not just you getting flipped.
Yep.
But I mean, I feel like I still like Mizzou's comp a little bit more.
I'm worried about if Mizzou has anyone who's just slightly out of position, they're just gonna get stun locked.
Oh yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
But you need to have
it's gonna
so
be
much peel for your misfortune.
Yeah,
for this to work.
I think if anyone from Mizzou, except maybe game Ornn, gets hit by an Ahri charm, they're gonna get hit by 4 pieces of CC one after the other, and it's just gonna be a bad time.
Yeah, for sure. But we will see what happens in the game. We will be right back as we go through our spectator delay, so do not go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few. Welcome back, Mizzou esports fans. We are now in game. All items purchased, except for the sports, of course. You know, they no longer have to buy their World Atlas.
Yeah, instead they just get, in this case, they're going to both buy some health pots.
Which, I mean, I feel like that's ideal. I did earlier today see some not intelligent person in my game buy a control ward first. But Sentamomochi already going to be caught out just a tad there. The electrocute going to be procced on him as well from the Alistar and the Ahri. Yunara also showing up as well, getting at least one auto there onto Prefects. Already got some action. Only in the game for a minute. It looks like Apex also going to walk into the Renekton, going to get a little brittle auto off, but in comes the Talia as well to do some damage. Dark Harvest going to be procced off of Apex. Apex now already really, really low, trying to get away. We just started this game, but Nashty also going to be headbutt into the Yunara. Ignite going to be dropped onto Nashty as well, but in comes Prefects with the save, putting out some good damage. The heal also going to be dropped there from Prefects now. We are already off to an incredible start here.
Yeah, there's so much action so early. The thing that surprised me the most, though, was the fact that Ornn took W start.
I feel like that's fine.
It's not bad by any means, especially against a Renekton. You're going to get dashed on anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. You could take an E instead. Q is probably not going to be too useful here, though.
Yeah, no, the start, though, level 2 has already been in now. The headbutt, though, did go down onto Prefects, but both the members of Northeastern are going to flash onto Nashty, securing the kill and getting first blood, forcing Prefects to also flash, but he does get some healing. It looked very, very close there for Mizzou, but both members dropping their flash to kill Nashty just completely threw off Mizzou's bot lane.
That just flips the table. They took so much early damage in that fight. It did take out the heal off of Mizzou, but it just felt like it was just so much, and then all of a sudden they're just back up full now.
I mean, yeah, Prefects no longer has any sums now, but he did stop the Yunara base just to stagger her a little bit. I don't think it's going to change. But Sentamomochi, though, looking to get a kill, and he secures it off of the Ahri. It's going to be a solo kill. Looking into the top lane now to the Renekton, trying to get a good trade there off on Apex, but Apex is playing Ornn, who we know best is literally every class.
Yes.
We'll just sit there and sustain and make that trade even.
Sentamomochi getting all the just how do you get so much value out? It didn't even take too much damage for it either.
I mean, Ahri early game, you know, not as much movement. Ooh, look at the Rek'Sai, though, going to continue to hawk down Apex, trying to put out as much damage as possible. But the trades are still fine. Apex still so tanky. Gets the grasp auto off as well to recover some HP and get some permanent. Does look like the Alistar also going to engage here onto Nashty. Mizzou needs to be careful. Talia just sitting in the bot lane lurking. Kites now is going to be sitting in that mid lane region, going to try to move towards that top lane. Already so much happening, though. Ooh, Talia just waiting in that pixel brush. Almost got that flip off of Prefects, but thankfully he's playing the highly mobile Rakan.
Yeah, keeping that W up there just came in clutch there for Prefects.
Yeah, I mean, he did his job well. That's exactly what you need to do. It was a good look. I was afraid that the CC would be too long. But, I mean, he managed to make it. You do have to be careful of Alistar, you know, just sitting and waiting.
I feel like this Alistar just keeps getting the health back. I'm like, oh, yeah, they'll take a bunch of damage for that. I look back and like, how are you back up to 2/3 already?
Yeah, Alistar passive, I think, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I hate it. But there goes the engage from the enemy Alistar, though, straight onto Nashty. Prefect's going to go ahead and get a knock-up onto the Yunara, but too much damage has been applied. Barrier going to be dropped from Nashty, but I think the Ignite, it didn't do enough at all. Nashty's going to go ahead and secure a kill onto the Alistar, flipping that fight for Mizzou.
That Misfortune damage is insane even in that early game, especially in that early game. The fact that even against a pretty tanky character like Alistar, it's just going to, Nashty's just going to be able to get chunks of HP out of the way.
Exactly. I mean, Nashty already has a BF sword now.
Yeah.
He's off to a fantastic start right now. In goes
Oh,
Ooh,
just a touch
Apex
early.
just missed. the stone rising, but still wins the trade. So much damage being applied. Brittle Flash, and Apex secures it. Feat of Warfare. Ooh, Alistar going to go for a quick engage as well, but Sentomomochi going to go ahead and flash the headbutt as well. He predicted it. Mizzou going to go ahead and secure the Feat of Warfare.
The amount of aggressive flashes we've seen in this game is insane. Having the Alistar in there, trying to look for that, but it's not going to happen.
Oh my god, the misfortune damage from Nasty, almost securing that kill onto the Yunara. He will fall back just a tad bit, though. Does not know where the rest of Northeastern are. Kite's still going to go ahead and get started onto the drag with Prefects. Nope, actually not anymore. They're going to go ahead and just back off of the... I think they accidentally started it. But
yeah, so far it's just looking like Mizzou is doing all right. I believe, though, the top is flipped currently. But 3 kills for Mizzou does mean they are going to have that Feat of Strength already.
Yeah, Feats of Warfare going to be claimed for Mizzou. So they only need one more token. They either need, the monsters or a tower. And I believe, I think the most obvious one, the easiest one to get next would probably be the monsters, but it does look like the Renekton going to go for a quick engage onto Apex. Call of the Forge God going to be dropped in that top lane as well, but we have a fight down there onto that dragon. Mizzou going to go ahead and secure the first dragon for their team, forcing the Alistar to flash over the wall and escape. 4 members of Mizzou now going to continue to push off the rest of Northeastern, but looking back into this top lane, we did see that Apex dropped the Ornhorn, which forced the dominance.
Yeah, Renekton did also counter ult for it too.
Exactly. Renekton going to go ahead for a quick engage. Once again, the Brittle passive is ready. Not anymore. The Renekton just dashes out of the way.
This is just a matter of just who's going to keep these fights like the most traded off. Because Renekton having that heal and Ornn being Ornn just means that there's going to be so much things where it's like, all right, we'll trade a little bit of HP here for a little HP there, and then we'll just see where it goes from that.
Exactly. I mean, I don't even think Apex will even really care about the heal. I mean, he has a Bramble Vest right now.
Yeah.
So you already have your anti-heal tool online, so you don't have to worry about as much. Look at that Q damage. Misfortune is nasty.
Yeah, tell me why there's a character out there that like pre-6 is going to be chunking you for 10+% of your HP each shot.
I mean, it wasn't that okay. It was there was a lot of damage. I cannot wait to see how much damage the Q is going to do later on to champs like Yunara.
Especially, we already have a BF sword there, not to mention if damage keeps going upwards and like it does in this game, a singular Yunara is just going to get shot twice and just evaporate.
Exactly. Now, looking at Sentomomochi's items, I wonder, but Ari, though, kind of scouting out Kites, but Ari going to get a quick charm with the Electrocute proc off of Sentomomochi. It really did not do that much damage. Sentomomochi getting an even trade there, but Northeastern...
Positive.
Northeastern, though, going to go ahead and secure all 3 grubs.
Yeah, but we are looking we're already 3 minutes till the next drag. We're 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes into the game, and bot lane's getting pretty not really secured too much on CS, especially having that early death on Misfortune.
Yeah, Ari, though, going to go ahead and start the Spirit Rush onto Sentomomochi. Oh, almost the save from Prefects with the E-Shield, but it's just not enough, especially with Alistar being there as well. But Alistar is going to be the one to take the kill from the Ari, though.
Yeah, it is at least good enough that they force Alistar to take the kill instead of Ari. Having a skilled Ari just becomes insane over time.
Exactly. I mean, you definitely do not want a super strong Ari at all. She just becomes a demon, a way too fast-moving demon.
Yes.
But, in comes Kites, though, with an engage. He does activate the ultimate as well. Bullet time starting, does take down the Alistar. Yunara also going to activate the ultimate, empowering all of her moves. Going to get a quick dash. Barrier going to be dropped from Nasty. The rest of Mizzou there. Yunara is going to secure the kill onto Nasty, but looking back into the top lane, Call of the Forge God down onto the Renekton. Dominant's going to be forced to drop as well. Talia dropping the Weaver's Wall too just to get there, forcing the flash out from Talia. Sentomomochi right over the wall. Kite's going to continue to sit right there into there, but a quick flip into the mines, forcing the Mega Inferno Bomb from Sentomomochi. It just does not hit, and Kites will secure the kill onto the Talia.
Yeah, Sentomomochi just doing an amazing job zoning that out, forcing to walk into Kites there. Just you think you're getting away? No, we're just here to just wall you off. You can't even escape without dying.
Exactly. The zoning was just It was fantastic. Like you said, it was, I mean, Sentomomochi with just a picture-perfect roam there. You know, Ari not being able to follow up on it at all. And, but Nashi, though, is going to get caught out by the Alistar. Will get knocked up, will get stunned. Headbutt it right back to the Yunara, and Nashi will fall. Looks like just a slight vision diff there.
Yeah, case checking that bush ended up just costing so much.
Apex, though, getting really, really close to taking down this Renekton. Will dash into him. It does hit, but no knock up.
Yeah, running out of the mana there is just sucky. It's the only reason Ornn ever has to take it back either.
Yeah, mana definitely that unfortunate make or break for a lot of characters. You know who else I feel like suffers from it? I sometimes, and a lot of people will hate on me for this, but Pantheon. I know, broken champ. Paul, don't hate me if you're watching this, but if Pantheon runs out of mana, it's a terrible experience, in my opinion at least.
Yeah, there are definitely some characters where you run out of mana and you just feel so bad. Meanwhile, the other day I had a game on Anivia where I could ult for like over a minute and be fine.
Yeah, the charm will go ahead and hit from the Ari. Electrocute going to be procced onto Sentomomochi. But Sentomomochi going to go ahead and trade that damage. Satchel bomb the Ari right back up. The pillar will drop from Kites, forcing the Spirit Rush out from the Ari. That is an ultimate down, but the rest of Northeastern already onto this dragon. Prefects is just sitting in a corner lurking. Ari going to be there, though. That is, Prefects, though, with a flash and the quickness, followed up with the bullet time onto Northeastern. Although they secure the dragon, 2 members of Northeastern will fall. Prefects falling really low, but Kite's going to go ahead and secure the Yunara into the bot lane. It will be a double kill for Nashty, and Kite's also picking up a kill of his own.
Yeah, they do end up getting that second Epic Jungle Monster, but trading out 3 kills for that is definitely not feeling too good.
Exactly. Call of the Forest God and the Dominus dropped in that top lane. Oh my god, the Ornn damage.
What? Renekton ult can't push through that, apparently.
The
That's just
double
so much.
brittle.
That Bramble Vest is pulling its weight so hard here.
I mean, it's doing its job.
Yeah.
I mean, you picked the Renekton. We're going to go with that Ornn there.
Yep. Jeez. Not to mention, they didn't even start off with having that Doran shield just means that these trades are just being so, like, yeah, the Renekton has it too, but it's just a matter of how long you can keep things going.
Ari, though, is going to be in that top
The
lane, maybe to
dodge.
find something there. Charm will go ahead and land onto Apex. Talia also following up with the top lane as well, maybe trying to look for a stop on Apex, forcing the flash from Apex, but he does make it out of that fight.
Yeah, having Talia there does make that infinitely more scary. If you get W'd or something, you die, and you can't have that happening.
Exactly. I mean, even then, though, I don't even think Apex wanted to fight the Ari. I mean, I don't know if he would win that. But Renekton, though, will move to that mid lane, but with a good satchel bomb from Sentomomochi to knock the Renekton and himself under that tower, forcing Renekton to eat a tower shot.
Yeah, somehow winning the trade in the end there. That was an insane play just to keep the advantage going. Sentomomochi has just been having so much good just micro decisions here that have just changed the entire game.
Exactly. In go the Prefects, though, with the grand entrance. So much damage going to go ahead and be applied onto that Yunara. That will be a one trade there by that bot lane.
Misfortune just showing just how much damage they're capable of doing. Nashty is just out here smiting people for 10 HP auto attack.
Exactly. Plus, he has the Bloodthirster now, so much sustain.
Not to mention, having that lifesteal build up to that shield just is so good for Misfortune, because having the ability to at least take a singular auto attack and have your speed up still means that Yunara just loses so much of the value out that she used to have whenever you're attacking you. It
is nasty, but since we're going to go ahead and drop the Mega Inferno Bomb onto Northeastern Renekton's lane to force the Renekton to take some tower damage, Dominus will drop. Also, there goes the Trundle ultimate as well. Sentomomochi going to continue to push this wave, and I believe he can take this tower too if he has Satchel Bomb online. Prefects is going to be top as well. Grand Entrance trying to get away from the Ari, but the charm will land. Yunara, though, still in that bot lane, but Apex is going to be there to follow up on anything that the Yunara tries.
Yeah, Sentomomochi going up there trying to get that done. Forcing out the flash, I think, really means that they're just going to have a lot better of a time up in top lane. Ornn is currently down there just handling the bot lane. But you know what? Just getting some good value off. That range on the dashing into the stone is just insane.
Exactly, a very, very good charge there. The Brittle is active, but looking into this top side now, we do have a team fight. Kite's going to go ahead and be stunned out by the Alistar. The mines from Talia will drop as well, adding on to that extra stun there. The Alistar ult will also come out, giving him so much sustain, but it does look like Mizzou going to win the trade. But in goes the Renekton on the TP deep into the Herald pit, and the Renekton will go ahead and take out Kites as well. Momochi stuck in a very bad place here. Ari with the Spirit Rush active. Lots of damage being applied. Momochi going to go ahead and continue. Does finish the Ari off with so much damage being applied. Renekton going to go ahead and get a double kill off of that, though. But in comes Nashty onto the engaged. Prefects alive. So much health remaining because of that redemption being available for his team.
Not to mention, having Momochi there able to pull them off to force the Herald reset means that they can buy themselves a lot of time. And it seems like Northeastern's not even going to continue going for the Rift Herald. They're down a player. People are taking out every lane. And not to mention, you had Misfortune and Rakan both now challenging it.
Exactly, and because of that fight, though, unfortunately, Northeastern were able to get the first turret on the map, meaning that they only need to get one more epic monster.
Yep.
Or Mizzou needs to get 2 to get the feats of strength.
Yeah, so that means that this Herald is probably going to have some competition here going up shortly, or the Drag that's going to be here in 3, 2, 1.
Dragon is now online. Looks like there will be a team fight for it. Alistar, though, with a quick head, but engage into the Talia mines. But in comes Nashty, though, trying to put out as much damage as possible onto the Alistar. But the Yunara going to quickly follow up. Subjugate going to be online for Kites. He will hit it onto the Alistar, getting so much armor. Call of the Forge God going to be dropped as well. Momochi going to go ahead and secure the kill onto the Talia. Enemy jungler is down. Apex just being a brick now, standing in front of Nashty, trying to get so much damage off. Charm will miss Nashty, and instead hits Momochi. Momochi is going to fall, but Nashty still alive, trying to output so much damage here. Renekton is going to fall. Nashty still alive. Ari with the quick charm, but the barrier will drop, and Nashty will fall. It is an ace for Northeastern onto this dragon fight now.
Yeah, with enough HP on Yunara to actually to contest this, it's going to most likely go in favor of Northeastern. How many kill trades were in that fight? I look down and I see the kill feed. I'm like, red, blue, red, blue, red. It was insane. Every single time that Northeastern would get a kill, Mizzou would follow that up, and it just kept going down the line. But unfortunately, Mizzou just not quite trading out as much as they needed to. It is going to mean that Northeastern does have feats of strength with those boots upgrade now.
Exactly, which, I mean, isn't that big of a deal. You can definitely play around it.
I think it comes out, unless you upgrade it, it comes out to, I think, about 100 gold of stat per person.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it, though.
Yeah.
And I think
you're not going to say no to free stats.
I mean, true, yeah, like the upgraded boots are always nice, but
you buy them like last usually, unless you're very specific.
Hey, nothing to be upset about. I mean, Mizzou only down 1K gold right now.
Yeah.
Not that bad at all.
Not to mention up a couple of kills, and it's more so concentrated into... It's concentrated a decent bit into their Misfortune.
A quick Alistar engage, though, onto Kites, though. Yunara transcending oneself as well, putting out so much damage. Kites going to quickly fall, as well as Momochi. Dominance going to be dropped as well from the Renekton. He's going to continue on, taking out Nashty. Ari with the Spirit Rush going to almost take out Prefects, but he will live. Apex, though, going to continue to push out the top wave, trying to secure that top tower. I don't know if he's going to get it in time, as the rest of Northeastern might be trying to make their way up. But it does like Talia right now is going to try to get that Rift Herald, while the Yunara is going to secure that mid-tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they do get the tower for it, but they lose 2 in the process, and losing Herald too. It's not looking great for Mizzou here, but they do still have time. They are down a lot of gold value now. Equaled out the kills too, so it's a little unfortunate. The only benefit really here is that it didn't really get... No one really got a multi-kill in that team fight. It was kind of just everyone in Northeastern got their one.
Yeah, but then again, you know, you have 3 bounties online right now.
Right, and just a singular, couple kills, even for Senna Mochi, I think honestly has a great chance of getting some of these players just.
But here we go,
immediately
Mizzou, though. Kite's going to drop the Glacier down. Call of the Forge God will go ahead and miss. Yunara is online, transcending oneself, but a big bullet time causing Nashty to get the kill onto the Yunara. You can thank Prefects for that massive knock-up as well. Very, very good team play there. The Yunara just getting a little too confident and rushing into Mizzou, not expecting that massive team play to shut her down.
Honestly, that Forge God positioning, well, it didn't really get as much as they wanted done. It kept the Renekton out of the fight, which honestly felt so important there. Having the Renekton just able to, if Renekton could have caught up to the Misfortune and stopped the bullet time, that could have been horrendous for Mizzou. But having that now be a pretty decent, in a better spot than we were doing before, getting that kill off it and forcing Northeastern ultimates isn't a bad situation to be in.
True. I do have to agree with that. For sure. Looks like Apex is going to go back into that top lane, though, trying to get counter push there against the Renekton. Otacon is online now and will be on that bot side. So that is something to look out for.
Apex, just those walls are insane. Not to mention Kites being here does mean that this is going to be a really solid fight. Or unless they're just going to flash.
Kites is going to go drop that glacial fissure, that glacier, onto the Renekton. Will smite him to slow him as well with the Dominus dropped. But this is 3 members of Mizzou now up in the top lane just for the Renekton, which will allow Northeastern to secure the Otacon, which I don't think you want to trade that.
600 gold for Otacon is not a great trade to make here, especially considering the fact they're already down a lot of gold value.
Exactly. I mean, the gold lead is starting to tighten up now. The deficit is definitely starting to tighten up. But now, I mean, Northeastern, they have a very strong objective in having Otacon, which you know a lot of people will tell you that that's an objective that you can't really afford to give up. But a massive headbutt knockup from this Alistar. He's also going to unleash his unstoppable force, but it does look like Nash is going to secure the kill onto Ari, getting the double kill as well. Almost a triple, but Preva's going to go ahead and secure the kill onto the Alistar. Apex just hawking down this Talia will finish her. That is 4 people down from Northeastern. Looking to make that 5 with a big knock-up there from Prefects onto the Renekton. Dominus drop, but it does not matter, and it will be an ace for Mizzou. They're going to push it down mid as much as possible and go for that dragon.
The value from every one of Nashty's bullet times so far has been insane. They've been fight-altering.
Yes, like the timing of it, the placement of it. Mizzou, they have timed it so perfectly, and especially made it work in these close, tight jungle fights as well, which I will admit I was afraid to see.
Yeah, it's just been a fact that these walls, having like Rakan, Ornn, Trundle in that close range vision where you can just get a proper bullet time in and off of a CC, just means anyone except for Renekton or Alistar just dies before bullet time is even done.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so well timed. Plus, like we said, the slow from Kites on the Trundle as well, just adding so much. And then just the sustain that Mizzou has right now from the Redemption from Prefects. You would think that the nerfs would do something, but I mean, it's still such a strong item.
Actives in this game can be absolutely busted.
Yeah, and I mean, Redemption, definitely one of them. I love Redemption. It is such a fun item. The quickness will go ahead and activate, trying to catch the Yunara. It will hit, but Yunara activating the Transcend oneself will shut down Nashty. Call of the Force God will go through, but it does miss. Kites, though, sticking onto Ari as she is the Spirit Rush, forcing the flash out, but she has no more movement here. Kites going to go ahead and just bite the Ari, securing that kill. But look at the Renekton in the top lane, just pushing out the wave, trying to secure the Tier 2 tower top. And it looks like he will do so.
Yeah, just split push Renekton is just going to just keep doing value whenever Ornn, because Ornn has to be involved in a lot of these team fights. that Forge God is so pivotal, especially when you have bullet time live.
Exactly. Ooh, Apex
Oh.
could maybe the Renekton. He stopped his back. All you have to do is check the bush, and he didn't. The Renekton will go ahead and make it out of there alive.
The vision. Oh, jeez. We saw it earlier, but vision is a massive thing in this game, especially in those bush areas, especially once these towers start to go down.
Yeah, I mean, even then, even if you don't, have a war in that bush, you think you maybe want to walk into it.
Yeah.
You are an Ornn with 3 items online. One of them already being upgraded. Plus, you have a Jock Show and a Thorn Mail.
Yeah, not to mention how much armor Ornn has currently. Renekton just gonna tickle a little bit.
Yeah, just a tad. Does look like Northeastern, though, going to send 4 down that mid lane. They're trying to get a hard setup here for the Baron fight. Watch out for that Ahri, though. Charm will hit onto Nasty. A decent chunk going to be gone from Nasty's health bar. Off of that trade now.
Honestly, Mizzou just able to get a lot of these kills in this mid game right here. Just kill after kill so far. Earlier we saw them at 14-14. Now it's 15-22 in terms of kills, where they actually have the gold lead back again.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they've been able to. They've gotten, I believe, every single one of the shutdowns that were available. Look at Apex, though, using his large body to get in there. Does manage to stop the flip from Talia, but the Alistar will just headbutt him into the mines. Doesn't do as much damage. Does look like Northeastern, though, the quickness, though, onto the Ahri. So much damage being applied. Sensible Mochi going to go ahead and secure the kill onto the Ahri. She's not having enough time to respond at all. Mizzou now, they have control over this topside river. It does look like they're going to go ahead and start the Baron right in the faces of Northeastern. Talia will miss the knockup. Ornn, Apex, Call of the Forge God, going to be dropped now. He's just being able to tank so much damage here. Alistar, Unbreakable Will online. The Renekton taking so much damage, but he will activate Dominus to heal up some of that HP. Alistar will go ahead and fall down to Kites from the Subjugate, stealing all of that armor away. And Northeastern are going to be forced to retreat here. But Mizzou, they will go ahead and back off of the Baron as well.
Apex being able to keep that like 1v3 sated just long enough to kill out Owlstar in that 3v1 just felt so. That was just so good for Mizzou, being able to just having Apex able to tank for forever for what it feels like.
I mean, yeah, you have such a tanky Ornn that is like so much farther ahead from, well, not so much farther ahead, but in terms of items and everything. Yeah. Like, it is a decent amount ahead of this Renekton right now, and he's really just a large brick.
Not to mention, only the Tally and Ahri are really going to scratch currently, considering that Thornmail and Plated Steel Caps are both on Ornn.
Exactly. The charm will go out, but in goes Prefects trying to get that grand entrance. It will miss, but so much damage being applied to this Ahri. Apex going to go ahead and have held her, but the rest of Northeastern going to go ahead and follow up onto Apex. Ooh, but it looks like the Alistar kind of saved Apex there, headbutting him into his team. Nasty will go ahead and take him out. Mega Inferno Bomb will drop onto the Renekton. Dominus dropped as well to try to sustain some of that damage. Bullet time onto Northeastern, but it does not matter. Talia's going to go ahead and shut down Prefects as well as Yunara, transcending oneself into the team, applying so much damage. A very not well-timed TP from Apex into the middle of Northeastern, causing himself to fall in that fight. That will be 3 members down from Mizzou, and this will be a free dragon handed over to Northeastern unless Kites can find any way to steal it, which I don't think is possible.
So. Yeah, no, sadly Trendle does not have Jinx ult.
No, nor can he have the sustainability to just walk through 4 members.
Quite literally, unless I don't even think. No, Kites did have Flash available, so that's the only thing that could happen. And even that is so risky.
Yeah, I wouldn't even try it.
Yeah, not to mention blind too.
The ornaments though are going out. It does look like Kites has an upgraded Deadman's, and Nasty has an upgraded Bloodthirster available. Which I guess they didn't really coordinate it. You know, I think you would rather have the IE Masterwork. more
depends.
AD. You definitely want more raw AD.
Yeah, but Bloodthirst gives you more raw AD, I believe, than IE has weird things when you buff it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Perchance.
It gives the
Mayhaps.
same Golda stats, but I think Bloodthirster should touch more AD base. It's so weird. I don't remember all the orange stats.
I mean, I believe they did update them a little while ago. Look at this though. This
jeez.
4-man line into Long Bush.
Calling them out for it too.
I mean, yeah, Mizzou, they can definitely read it, but does like Northeastern, they have Mizzou on their side, which is kind of scary to say the least. They're just gonna, I guess, ping pong. Can't even really ping pong these waves because they're on each other's sides now.
Yeah. It's just gonna be a lot of just weirdly kind of proxying.
Yeah, this is team proxy. We're
Team
A-ramming
proxy.
right now, but in reverse. A quick headbutt from the Alistar onto Kites, but there goes that Glacier onto the Alistar. In comes the Renekton as well. Caller's the Forest God. The quickness going to be dropped as well. Apex, I think he got pushed out of his ult. It did miss, but he's still in there. Alistar dropping the Unbreakable Will. Down goes the Mega Inferno Bomb, but it does miss everybody. But Renekton healing so much damage while in this Indominus will live this, but Yunara transcending oneself will continue on in a massive Weaver's Wall from the Talia. Momochi will fall to the Yunara. Ari is very low on HP here. Does land the charm onto Prefects, but Prefects has so much movement speed available. He will get out, but Talia going to continue to chase down Kites here. Alistar also continuing to be on the hunt as well as the Yunara. Kites, though, on the Trundle. So much movement speed available. I do believe he will be able to get out. Prefect's going to get some healing off of his Q. The mines are set. Kite stuck in the alcove will be caught out. It will be a killing spree for the Yunara, and that will be Baron available for Northeastern.
That will also be Northeastern now having the slight gold advantage.
They
not to mention
did.
Not to mention a basically free Baron fight.
Yeah, it was. The fight looked good, but I think that Apex, I mean, he either got headbutt away from his ult, or he simply just accidentally walked away from it.
I believe it was the Alistar headbutt that just made it to where... Because I don't know how you end up in a position that far away from your ult.
Apex, though, stopping the base from Talia, will continue on. In comes Prefects with the quickness. Mega Inferno Bomb will drop as well. Talia takes all the damage from that. Prefects, I think you just finished the kill there. It will be a shutdown going to Prefects. Talia no longer has the Baron buff.
Yeah, that's honestly a lot better than what you'd hope for. They still do have a lot of Baron buff. I think they were trying to wait for Momochi to get down there, but it just was not quite fast enough. They couldn't risk Talia having ult and just ulting out of the situation. Yeah,
plus, you know, with Momochi, instead of going burn items, went more of those bursty items instead, you know.
I think it is kind of necessary for this, for what they need to do here, because they're basically relying on, like, Apex or Prefects to hit a stun and then just all landing on that stun.
For sure. So the burst build, you know, it definitely makes sense. But I'm not sure if Talia, like, slightly missed the center of that bomb, or if maybe she hit it and it just was not enough damage. But Kaisa looking for an engage onto the Alistar, will get quickly charmed. Alistar going to go ahead and activate the Unbreakable Will. Yunara going to go ahead and try to put out some damage here onto Apex as well. Still looking. The Transcendent oneself will activate, but so does the Bullet Time. The Alistar immediately on it, though, will fall to Momochi. Ari going to continue to look for Momochi here, putting out so much damage. Momochi will go ahead and fall, with the rest of Northeastern going to continue to push out this mid-wave. The Yunara did almost fall, but Mizzou, with Apex falling as well, you no longer have that peel. And Dragon now available, now up, with Northeastern being on Soul Point here. Mizzou, they cannot respond, and this will be a Mountain Soul to Northeastern.
Honestly, the thing I was very just worried about during that fight is Misfortune. Yeah, they had a really good timing for their bullet time, but just because of the location of that fight, it just meant Renekton could just go up there, challenge it. Just the entirety of Northeastern just challenged the bullet time, and that just meant it couldn't get the value it needed, even though there were two people inside of it just perma-stunned.
Exactly. Plus, the Alistar as well, finding that angle to just push Nasty away. But as we saw as well, Nasty going to go ahead and secure a quick kill onto the Ahri as well, since she decided to continue to push wave instead of going back with her team to that Mountain Soul.
Yeah, and we're just going to see more vision getting cleared. Northeastern has just been clearing this vision constantly.
Yeah, I mean, it constantly is going to be, that little vision fight. No objectives close to being up at all, though. Northeastern is just trying to secure a lot of control of Mizzou's topside jungle here, trying to force Kites out of his own home.
Yeah, not to mention they've been starting to work away at those base towers. The only tower left that's not in base is the current bot lane tower for Mizzou. And it's not like Northeastern has a lot of towers left. They do have the bot. Bot is just healthy currently.
Exactly, yeah. All 3 towers still going to be up in that bot lane, while top lane only has the tier 2 and the inhib tower, and mid lane is down to just the inhibitor. But as we say that now, Northeastern going to go ahead and transition over to that bot side to secure that tier 2 from Mizzou. But Sentamomochi, though, is there to respond to quickly clear out those waves. One of Zig's specialties, for sure.
Yeah, the amount of AoE you just get off of Ziggs is insane.
Exactly. It does like another fight will start, though. Apex will look for a quick engage onto the Alistar, forcing the unbreakable will. Call of the Forge God does push Apex out of the way. Not sure if it landed, but the bullet time will go out as well. But the Renekton easily getting too nasty will secure the kill with the Dominus. Spirit Rush is going to be activated from the Ahri. Spirit Rush will save her from the Mega Inferno Bomb as well. Down goes the Weaver's Wall from Talia, forcing Mizzou back. 2 members will fall. And Northeastern going to go ahead and take over Mizzou's mid lane. With them taking the inhibitor now, Apex going to continue to try to be a brick here, but he is stunned while Yunara is transcending herself. She will be unstoppable and take down Apex. Northeastern will go ahead and take game 1 here against Mizzou. What a game 1.
So much. There was just so much back and forth there throughout the court. It felt like it was just whichever team wasn't winning last, they're winning now. At first, we were like, okay, so it's going to be Northeastern getting the first kill, and then Mizzou trade back with 4, then Northeastern take back with more kills, and just this repeated cycle of on and off of who is in the lead now.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, too, it does look like Northeastern, they really just won the monster, the objective game as well. Like, I don't know how well the Trundle works in these team fight scenarios, really.
Especially with that Talia jungle too.
Even with the Talia being available, is just the value of Trundle in the jungle. I don't know. I feel like you need something with a little bit more CC. While, I feel like seeing a Trundle, in the top lane, it's fine. You have a massive split pushing
on
character.
Island. Yeah,
exactly. But I mean, with Trundle in the jungle,
you need an enemy team that has a lot of armor base. Like if you're running against like Rammus in the jungle or something weird like that, then it does have some utility just having that armor pen.
Yeah.
But really, they didn't have as much tank as you'd really like to see for that. Like, yeah, they have Alistar, they have Renekton, but there's nothing that's really just going to be like, okay, you need to go kill this person.
Yeah, and I mean, he was chopping down the squishies.
Oh, yeah.
Just a tad, but like
I
said,
get there first.
With the whole team play, I don't think that the Trundle kind of fit. I feel like you needed more CC there. Your main only CC would be the Ornn with, his knockups.
Yeah.
Or your Rakan with his knockup and his charm, but that's really about it. So Mizzou, they will go ahead and fall in that game 1, which is unfortunate. But I feel like, they could easily just regroup here.
Oh, yeah. I think even a slight team comp alteration just puts them in such a better state.
Yeah, I mean, it is Fearless too, so all of those champs off the board now.
Yep.
So glad we won't have to see those again. But that will conclude game 1 of this best-of-3 series. So do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break while we get ready for game 2 draft. Welcome back, Mizzou esports fans. Do not worry, it will not just be me. My co-caster will be right back. But we are getting ready for game 2 now for Mizzou versus Northeastern in NECC. As we saw during game 1 there, it started off looking very, very good for Mizzou. You know, they were able to quickly get the feat of warfare against Northeastern. Started off the game, 3-1. They got that first drag, I believe. Although they did allow Northeastern to secure all 3 grubs afterwards, which, you'd never love to see at all. It just happens, though. It is what it is. But, throughout those team fights and everything, Northeastern, they did seem to be on top when it came to those team fights, and it just completely set Mizzou back ultimately during that game. And not all the fights, but majority of the fights, especially, in the lanes and the jungle, always end up being Northeastern sided with Nashty being taken out or Shinta Momochi, forcing the other members of Mizzou to go back. But because of that, ultimately Northeastern did take game 1. But here we are now getting ready for game 2. As we said, Fearless Draft. All of those picks you saw from last game, all gone. So going into draft now, it looks like all the bans will stay completely consistent here, with Northeastern banning out that Wukong Syndra J4 and Mizzou banning out the Akali Ivern Vlad. And Northeastern going to go ahead and pick up the Rise first pick, which I want to say that is going to be in that mid lane. You have a heavy scaling mid laner in Rise. Also, you are shutting that off from Apex as well, as we know he loves playing Rise. Mizzou going to go ahead and pick up the Galio, which of course is going to be that for that mid lane, and also the Jinx. And Northeastern going to finish off their round 1 picks with the Rel and the Zeri.
Yeah, you get to see Rel be played by Northeastern before you get to see it played by Mizzou.
I wanted to see Prefect's Rel. He always says that it's better than mine. I don't believe him. I will forever remain the superior Rel at Mizzou. And that's how it is.
The Zeri here, I think, with the Rel is going to be it's going to be fun to see, honestly. It's been a while since I've seen Zeri played at a high level.
Yeah, I personally don't like the Zeri pick with the Rel. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like you rather want to see a Zeri with an Enchanter or anything of the sort like that. Maybe not a tank, but I mean, it could still possibly work. Zeri, being that hyper carry, that hyper scaler. Once she's online, it really doesn't matter because the Enchanters are simply just there to boost her, and they increase our chances of boosting.
Northeastern is just playing for that. They're just playing for this entire strategy of we want to win that late game.
Yeah,
they saw that they had the advantage in the late game, at least from what we saw. Banning out Mbessa now, too. Instead of Mizzou banning out Mbessa last time, this time it's going to be Northeastern banning it.
They don't want Henry to have – sorry, Apex. You all know Henry. Doesn't matter. They don't want him to have the Mbessa.
They really just don't want Apex to do much of anything.
Yeah, and then Mizzou going to go ahead and ban out the set, which I think a set ban is fine.
Yeah.
You see a head set as well. The punch is too much. 50 million true damage straight to your forehead.
It's painful every time.
We love to see it. Mizzou, they're going to go ahead and finish out the bans, banning out Jax, and Northeastern this time going to ban out the Camille. So it's like they swapped.
They're flipping ideas.
Yeah. So Mizzou going to go ahead and
a lot of top lane bans this time around.
Yeah, which I think that's fine. The top lane was definitely Apex sided during laning phase, I'd say.
But it just once they started getting that Ornn Forge God unlock is when it started to favor Northeastern.
Exactly. Oh, are we going to see a Kled pick?
Kled.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen Kled since they brought him out back.
And it will be a Kled lock-in. I also have barely seen Kled be played. Mizzou, though,
Morgana.
Is that going to be a Morgana jungle? I believe it will be.
Morgana jungle. That's going to be no, it's actually the hidden technique of Rel jungle.
Rel jungle got nerfed 2 billion years ago. They removed every monster mod because Riot are losers.
Yeah,
they're lame and they don't like fun.
No, they really don't.
But Mizzou, though, they are going to go ahead and pick up that Xin Zhao as well as I don't think I acknowledge the Braum, but
Yeah.
I do like a Jinx Braum, especially when Jinx gets hyper as well.
Yeah.
If Braum touches anybody
Like,
after
it's
Jinx is
just-
hyper, you're insta stunned.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Not to mention just the ability of just, oh, you're gonna get slowed, you're gonna get stunned. All right, you now have 50,000 explosives heading straight to your location.
Literally. So I'm excited to see this bot lane for sure, which
Not to mention, I want to see that Xin Zhao just W dash to someone and then just push the entire team back like it's a Janna hold.
I say I'm definitely scared for the really all of these frontliners. You have four
Yeah.
frontliners into this Morgana. Could easily turn out to be bad for them. Plus, all of their CC insta negated by Black Shield
Yep.
if it's played with correctly.
Yep.
But we will have that Cassante be locked in as well. So we have our super broken big top laner Cassante who can
Yep.
do 50 million damage as well.
Yeah. Not to mention pull you in after three Qs.
Man, I seeing Cassante is just always scary.
Brings back
For
trauma.
sure. Cassante does bring back some trauma for sure. But the picks here, like I said, with Northeastern's comp, they want to scale. They have
Yeah.
a Zeri, they have a Rise. Morgana scaling is cool. I think Morgana scaling can definitely take into effect, especially once
Yeah,
she gets those
definitely.
burn items online. It's pretty ridiculous. Kled, from what I've heard about Kled since his recent kind of soft rework, he can be pretty nasty.
Yeah.
I saw some clips from
Yeah.
our friend from Club LOL Tyrant, and man's lived on negative HP
Yes.
somehow. It was ridiculous. I absolutely hated to see it. It was women want to throw up.
Kled's concept is insane too.
Yeah, I mean the mounting and the remount and the dismount.
Yes.
I mean playing around
It's
that.
it's 10 things to keep track of all at the same time.
Exactly, and it's still hard to say, which
Yeah.
comp I like more. The only option you have to breaking that Black Shield is the Galio.
Yeah.
He's your main AP damage dealer.
Mm-hmm.
I really won't count Braum. I mean, you can, but I won't. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, what is he really going to do?
He smack you a couple times.
Even
throw
then,
a
his
Q that way.
autos
Yeah.
won't do AP damage
No, just
until
throw a
his
Q your
passive
way.
pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he really just has his Q and his ult, I believe. So,
I guess realistically, you just throw a Q, to have everyone just dogpile the Morgana until it's stacked up.
yeah, but at the same time, it's scary to think about dogpiling the Morgue unless you can just get her out there in
Right.
1 second.
Yes.
That way, then you can turn your attention to the Zeri
Which
or the Rise.
Might be possible with Galio ult or something after just following up on it.
Maybe, but even
gonna be
then, I mean,
rough.
if Black Shield is up,
Yeah.
and you Gallia ult, she's not moving.
No.
She still has that extra move speed if she's
Right.
ulting, and like I said, she's not moving at all.
Yeah, quite literally,
And-
you just have to hope that you can set a trap for Morgana or something.
Yeah, and even then,
It's terrifying.
and some Morgana jungle too, so
Mm-hmm.
her getting ahead will be much easier.
Yeah, not to mention it's going to be like, oh, look, I'm heading towards bot lane. All right, which of you is getting stunned today?
Yeah, no, literally. So definitely going to be something to worry about. Hard to say which comp I like more.
Mhm.
I'm scared for Mizzou's comp.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those things where if they make it work, they'll be fine. They just got to
Yeah.
do the first steps.
Literally. So that will be draft for game 2 going through. So with that being said, we're going to go back to another spectator delay. So do not go anywhere. We will be right back after our delay.
We are going into this already 45 seconds into the game.
Yeah, we are back. We are live. Yes, Rel is on the
We're having a stare down.
on the machine. I love Rel so much. Just emote with her.
Yep.
Prefects. We love to see it. This is what we call friendly competition. Nashty, don't ruin it, please. All right, we'll go back there, and I will find you. Just let them dance. Question mark ping. All right, Mizzou, if you don't win, I'm going to be mad. You cannot allow yourself to get question mark ping this early. Oh, +5 gold to Nashty. Your ward is seen.
Now, what do you think? Oh, look at Cassante and Kled over there. They're kind of just having a little chill session.
I mean, I feel like that is a kind of a normal start for top laners. You know, back in that pixel, you know,
just
whoever
go stare
holds
at each other.
whoever holds pixel control.
Yep.
Which I mean, as now we see Apex, he does have first hit onto the wave up there. So there is going to be that, but already not a decent amount, a little bit of damage there from Apex onto the Kled. The pull will miss, as well as the knockup from Apex. I'm a little worried for this mid matchup. I mean, because, you know, Galio will not output that much damage. Ooh, a quick dash on the Q from Apex. The pull will go off from the Kled, though.
Yeah, this mid matchup is going to be a little weird. It's probably just going to be a lot of Sonoma Mochi playing under tower, which not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I can't enter up to the end of the world because we do not want to rise to free fire.
No, we do not.
I expect to see a lot of ganks. Ooh, a quick dash in from this Kled, though, dealing a decent amount of damage there onto Apex, hitting him to half HP. Prefects, though, is hitting a lot of Qs here. A big knock-up onto the Kled. Kled is almost dismounted here. Apex will go ahead and buffer the pull as well, give himself a shield. Kled is going to be dismounted now.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised to see Sonoma Mochi winning out these traits pretty well.
I mean, because early game Rise, I don't think is, you know, really that strong.
It's nothing crazy, but it's still something to, like, try to work towards getting yourself out in the good trade here.
Exactly, and I always like to, I call Galio a fraud checker. I fraud check people when I'm playing Galio. Whenever they think they're ahead, I Galio crush their skull in.
Yes, exactly. It's got crazy scaling just in general.
Yeah, which, I mean, they nerfed that like a couple patches ago,
Yeah.
I think. But, I mean, Galio's still, of course, a very strong pick. A big flash with the remount from the Rel, though, onto Nashty. It does not matter. The Morgana did miss that Q. Looking for a weird engage angle there. Also dropping the Black Shield onto the Rel as well. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah. Not to mention, this Rel is already down to 40%, 50% HP.
Exactly. Morgana is back, though. A Q will go ahead and land onto Nashty, but it does not do that much damage. A quick stun there onto the Rel, causing first blood for Mizzou, given to Nashty. Very, very good auto or Q, or maybe both there from Prefects to get that passive off. Look at that damage from the Kled. That's ridiculous.
Sante's advantage is going to keep draining in this fight.
And then he's already back remounted, has more HP than normal. Just quickly dashes out. He does take a tower shot, though.
I think that's the thing I hate about Kled most is that passive just means, oh yeah, I'm just going to have some extra HP just for funsies.
Yeah, I mean, Kled is just so weird, especially I feel like when he gets his ult available too, it's just going to be...
I don't want to think about that.
But, I mean, Apex, though, will go ahead and push off the Kled. Kite's also looking for a quick gank as well. Will dismount the Kled, forcing him off. In goes Azeri, though, looking for some quick trades here onto Prefects. Does get him below half HP. The Rel is back.
Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of how bot lane really plays this out, though. Zeri is going to be, like, trying to keep as much value out as possible, but if they can kind of just keep Rel somewhat in check distance-wise, it doesn't really matter too much. Ryze taking a tower shot just on a whim.
Exactly. Rel, though, with the crash down, it will fall. Passive is online. She is hit. Nashty going to go ahead and pick up another kill on the Rel because of a failed and just a not well-timed crash down at all.
Yeah, that's going to be Mizzou just trying to take this game as soon as possible. Jinx already at 2 kills.
Yeah.
It's going to be...
Nasty already at 2 kills with a BF sword.
We saw just how much that did in the last game on Misfortune. Now we're going to see it on Jinx.
Yeah, I feel like Jinx, it would be probably 10 times worse.
Yeah. Higher attack speed, just going to be that. Just going to blitz it down, essentially. You get stunned, you get died.
Exactly. Kled, though, will pull in Apex. Will get dismounted as well off of the shove from Apex. Apex does have the all-out available now. It does look like he's going to back off. Rel, though, with a quick Q stun onto Prefects there. Will crash down to get out. Sensu Emoji, though, has been keeping this Rise in check pretty well.
Yeah, that mana has been drained as much as possible. They're just going to try to take it back off the wave clear. I believe they do. No, they don't have their teleport up yet. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sensu Emoji's just been doing a great job. I mean, in a way, as we know, of course, Galio is one of the anti-mages.
Yes.
So it makes sense as to why he's winning this, but you do just have to fear for it later on. Once again, Apex, though, going to go ahead and stop the pull, pulling himself unstoppable. Yep. Mizzou is going to go ahead and start the dragon.
Oh,
ooh, Sensu Emoji
not
almost
quite.
stopping the base. But Mizzou, though, they will go ahead and start with the Epic Monster securing that first dragon. Kled will get dismounted. Apex, though, all out, does miss the wall, is still trying to look, does get close, does just dodge the Morgana Q as well. He is low, but continues to go on with a big black shield there onto the Kled, and Apex will fall.
That black shield hurts so much in this team.
Even then, though, maybe the black shield intimidated him because the black shield honestly did nothing.
Except for the speed, like little speed boost, but that didn't even do much.
That's not even a speed boost of black shield.
Or yeah, not black.
Yeah, it's
shield,
only just a CC reduction.
It's just
only that CC invulnerability.
intimidation.
And even then, Apex, he was still all out, very low HP though, with the Morg there still. But
it was just a scary situation to be in to begin with.
he got close with those Qs. I feel like if he just kept autoing, there was a small chance he would have gotten that Kled.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say. It's very, very risky.
The Kled remount is just Kled getting remounted every time, and it's just making Apex's job so much harder.
Morgana, though, will land a Q there onto Kites as well, looking to get Scuttle control. Rise does seem to be in a better space now. Kites cannot dodge these Qs, causing the Q flash. Zeri, though, will go ahead and start ulting as well. But in comes Sensu Emoji. He will secure the feat of warfare and secure the kill onto Rise. Nasty going to go on a killing spree, securing the kill onto Zeri. Sensu Emoji with a quick flash in on the engage. A double kill will be given to Nasty. There goes Rise, though, looking to kill on Sensu Emoji. He will be taunted. Nasty is just around the corner, looking back into the bot lane now. Apex continuing on the assault onto this Kled. All out is not available, though, so he has to be careful here. But Mizzou will win out this trade and secure all 3 grubs for the team.
Man, Cinema Mochi has been insane with these long-range ultimates.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the Ziggs ult last game, and every one of those was just like, oh yeah, we're just going to zone you out and make our team get a free kill here. That was such an insane ult.
I don't even think Sensu Emoji used the hero's entrance. He did not.
No.
He just made it there in time.
Happened to be in time.
Apex, though, all out there onto the Zeri. So much damage being applied. Look at that Cassante damage. Quick flash to secure the kill. Big knock up there onto the rail off the remount. Apex could continue on, and he will get a double kill by himself. Zeri and Rel down in the bot lane. That is Cassante for you.
Just throw Apex into a different lane. It doesn't matter. He'll take the 1v2.
Apparently
he just doesn't know the Kled matchup.
You go into a Cassante. He has all out available. He's just going to Tonfa strike you to death.
You're just gonna start seeing your health bar just go further and further down every single 2 seconds.
I mean, he absolutely deleted that Zeri. She had no chance.
Rel was not feeling too much better.
Does look like Sensu Emoji, though, going to get a quick engage and a dash and the taunt onto the Rise. Prefects is now there, though, with a Glacial Fissure onto the Rise, as well as the passive stun. They continue on. Rise will fall to Sensu Emoji. Mizzou is now up 8 kills to Northeastern's 1. Northeastern, though, they do have control over this bot side. Apex, though, will continue on in this top side to counter the Kled. Not getting too much damage onto him, but at least forcing him off.
Yeah, Northeastern really looking to try to see if they can get out like first turret or something like that, as well as trying to keep themselves in the contention for these monsters.
And
Kills.
looking into the bot side, though, there goes the Crescent Guard from Kite. Sentomomochi going to go ahead and secure the kill onto the Rel. The rest of Northeastern will be forced to retreat after their tank has fallen.
Yeah, that's just going to be a lot of Mizzou just trying to keep as much value in there as possible, getting another kill off that. They're just building up this value over time. Already at a just over 2,000 gold lead.
Exactly, and I mean, it's like, sure, Morgana, you can throw your Black Shield onto that Rel, but it's not going to stop Xin Zhao's autos at all.
Not to mention the CC off the third with that Q.
Yeah, so he'll still just sit there and eat a bunch of damage, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Not to mention, just Mizzou has a lot of damage outside of just pure raw abilities. Like, yeah, they have Cassante ability. They have just a lot of just good damage all around. Like, yeah, you got Braum, you got Cassante and Galio, which aren't going to do anything.
Apex, though, with the dismount as well as the all-out. Morgana, though, is there to respond. Black Shield has been applied to the Kled, but it is down. He does miss the Q3, but there goes the Soul Shackles, and Apex will fall to Kled and Morgana in the top lane.
I don't think you'd have asked for a worse time for that remount.
Looking into the mid lane, though, Kai'Sa with a quick engage. Oh, no! Sentomomochi rooted under tower. It will be a shutdown going to the way of the Rise.
Not quite able to even get the kill on it back either. Northeastern finally able to get a couple kills and not even going to get them traded out either. It's just going to be some straight 2 kills for Northeastern, both in the top and mid lane.
Yeah, and I mean, you get Rise low, so he is forced to base. So Mizzou, they will be able to take this second drag here, which will give them feats of strength in this game already.
Yeah, because Mizzou grab Void Grubs earlier?
Yes, Mizzou
Okay,
got all 3
so.
Void Grubs. They got these 2 drags, and then we saw they got the first 3 kills.
But yeah, that's going to just be really quick feat of strength. Now it's just going to be a matter of what they go from here. I mean, just having already 2 Drakes before 15 minutes is already insane.
Exactly. Apex, though, looking for a quick engage here. Does miss that Q3 knock-up onto the Kled, but will continue on. Will keep the engage. Ooh, widely misses that Q. I guess tried to predict the movement there from the Kled.
Yeah, Apex getting a little bit trying to predict those, and it's just not quite hitting right. Rel is looking to rotate here, probably trying to catch Sentomomochi off guard. They seem to be trying to worry a lot about Sentomomochi. Nashty could be a problem, but I think they're worried about Sentomomochi just because of the globalness of it. They're hoping to try to keep Sentomomochi out of this game.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, though, Sentomomochi, regardless, he is always going to be useful.
Oh, yeah.
Due to just the sheer amount of CC he has available, while Nashty, and it's so weird, bounty systems in this game are so odd.
Yeah.
Nashty is 4-0. Okay, now he has his bounty back. 4-0, now has that 100 gold bounty on his head. So they do have to watch out for that. But in goes Apex, though. A quick Q does hit the Zeri. Is going to be forced to retreat, though. Q3 is available now.
Wait, does Zeri's Q hit what's called the flowers?
Yes.
Interesting. I've never seen that interaction before.
Yeah, I believe Zeri Q. Ooh, Morgana, though, will land a quick Q. Well, not quick Q. That Q moves.
That Q is slow.
The speed of snail.
Yep.
Hits another onto Prefects. You need to be careful, sir. You were being cut down by the burn. Apex, though, ooh, there goes the Kled with his ultimate. Does run straight into Kites and Prefects, though. He will be cut down. Kites, though, will go ahead and activate the Crescent Guard. It did look like Sentomomochi tried to go for the hero's entrance, but it got canceled by the Rel. Prefects forced to retreat. It is going to be a massive 3-man magnet storm by the Rel. 2 members of Mizzou will go ahead and fall. Nash is still available. Sentomomochi did almost die, but he did manage to make it out, and it will be a team fight secured. But there goes the Rise trying to stop the base of Nashty. Don't know if it's going to be worth it to him. Nashty is still incredibly strong, but there goes the Rel as well as the Morgana. Nashty has to be careful here. Is rooted and taken down. Will Rel fall? Rel does fall. It will be a kill. But in goes Apex to secure another kill onto the Zeri. You need to stop matching this Cassante. You are no match.
Yep. Exactly. And that is going to be Nashty's first death of the match here, though.
It will be his first. However, he was able to trade it, thankfully, with the Rel for just stepping in with so low HP, trying to tank the tower for the team.
Yeah, they are going to lose that little bit of bounty gold, but it's not honestly too much of a problem here. Especially considering, Nashty now gets to go back and get 1.5 items now up to.
Yeah, but because of that, though, Mizzou, they did lose their gold lead. They're now down 2,000 gold in this game. They are still up at least 5 kills, though. They are up 3 objectives. So they are still doing a fine job. Rift Herald is available as well. That is something they could look forward to. But they have proceeded to lose, I believe, almost all of their tier 1s. Rel, though, with a quick crash down to dodge Prefects. Does get hit by that Q still, though, but it barely does any damage.
Yeah, Northeastern just been doing a really good job at getting as much gold as possible out of these pre-shield dropping turrets.
Exactly. So, I mean, that you already have 2 tier 1s down now for your team. You have to be extremely careful here. Drag is up in 50 seconds. Like I said, you do have that Rift Herald available, though. So, if you go and secure that, that'll make getting that dragon 10 times easier.
Oh, yeah.
For your team. But in goes Apex, though, on the quick engage. Will go unstoppable to buffer out and cancel the Rise route. Very, very good timing there from Apex. It does look like Mizzou, they're going to go ahead and instead just try to secure this drag instead of going for the Rift Herald. But I do believe they have the vision to see that 2 members of Northeastern are coming down to this mid lane. Clay going to go ahead and start activating ult as well. Does not lock onto anybody, but he is going to be black shielded. Morgana Q will land onto Prefects. In goes the hero's entrance, though, along with the lightning crash and a magnet storm from Northeastern, but Mizzou still holding strong. Apex does go all out into the team, but he will fall to the Morgana. No more soul shackles available. Nashty is going to be hyper now, is trying to go all out, but this Kled is online, getting a double kill, and the bomb almost got 2.
Almost 3, too. Everyone got hit by that.
The Mega Death Rocket almost secured 2, but it just did not enough damage.
Needs another big BF sword.
Yeah. So Northeastern, they will win that fight. Kled is now 4-0. I think Apex just went a little too deep. Plus, there was just way too much CC being applied to him from this Morgana.
Not to mention, it is so hard to tell that black shield on that Kled.
It's a little difficult.
You have to be paying attention. It's almost the same color. It's a slightly different color, but it's weird. I don't like it.
It is kind of bright. I don't know.
That might just be for us, though, since they are on the blue side.
Maybe. Perchance. But, it would have been nice for Mizzou to have that Rel, especially in this situation, because Rel Q just goes through Black Shield.
Yeah.
Completely.
Northeastern is currently up about 4,000 gold, or 3,500, but regardless, that is still a lot to try to work back off of.
Yeah.
Those turrets getting shut down so early, it's just so much, almost a full item across the team.
Okay, they are starting to secure some pressure into Mizzou's top side as well with the Zeri and the Rel, just trying to keep Prefects off. It does look like they are going to be trying to set up for this Rift Herald. Apex, though, will continue to sit in the bot lane with this Rise, but Rise just throwing out, weaving so many spells in onto Apex. Not doing as much damage, though. Apex does have a decent amount of MR right now, or really it's just the Merc Dreads. Well, not that much, but it's Cassante.
Yes, it's every little bit is just going to help here.
Does look like Northeastern, though, they are going to go ahead and secure the Rift Herald, giving it to the Rel. Kled ult is going to go out on that top side as well, looking for Mochi, but it will miss by a wide margin.
Yeah, I think they were expecting Mochi to head towards that bush, but instead just dipping back around to top jungle.
Exactly. I wonder what the idea is here, giving the Rift Herald to the support. Not usual. I guess it really doesn't make a difference at all.
Not really.
But, usually you see it on either like your mid laner or your jungler. It does look like they will force the flash from Prefects as Rel did find a quick engage there onto Prefects in the jungle. Apex, though, will find another engage here onto this Rise, going all out as well. He is rooted, though, so his charge does get canceled. He is trying to chase down this Rise, but he is too fast. Flash does go out. The Seraph's Embrace is down, and it will be a shutdown going to the way of Apex.
Apex really needs that, wants to get going as fast as possible. Having that Rise shut down there is going to be a lot of value. I am so scared of this Kled, though.
Ah, yeah,
403 on a Kled.
This Kled can just he can be in the stupid issue. I don't like it at all.
No. It's all those characters that are just like, I don't know how this character even begins to play, and then it's just like, I still don't know what the character does, and I'm watching it.
Black Shield is down. No, Crescent Guard is going to be activated as the Q from Morgana did hit. Kites go ahead and misses his Q as well. Morgana, though, still on the Hawk down. Ooh, just barely misses Prefects there.
I really want to... I feel like Cinema Mochi is just being so active in these fights that there's not really good timing for the Grand Entrance.
Exactly. Kled, though, will go ahead and secure the top tier 2 tower, but Apex continuing on. It will be a TP from the Rise going into the top wave, but here comes the rest of the team. Lightning Crash from the Zeri will go out. Rel looking for that big engage, but in goes the hero's entrance from Suzumomochi. Suzumomochi will go ahead and secure the kill onto Rise. Rel looking for a quick Magnet Storm onto the ADC, but it does not matter. She is alone. Nashty is also online with a big shutdown now onto the Kled. Morgana will hit a Q onto Suzumomochi, allowing herself to get away. 2 members of Northeastern will survive. This should be a free Otacon available for Mizzou, but a big Q will go ahead and land. The Soul Shackles will take down Kites, but the rest of Mizzou still active. Nashty trying to get another reset, just barely misses the finish onto the Zeri, but Apex going all out onto this Morgana will put out so much damage, and Morgana with a quick Q over the wall will secure the kill onto Nashty. She is on a killing spree. Apex trying to hawk down the Zeri, but she just hops the wall.
Man, Northeastern has been playing all their teams with movement as well as possible. The amount of times I've seen Zeri just hop over a wall and just be like, I don't feel like this fight anymore.
I mean, and that's exactly what she is meant to do. I mean, she's playing it so well. Plus, if you're Kites, I know you're mad.
Oh, yeah.
You engage there, on your own. I guess you forget completely about the Morgana having that ult. And with her now having 2 items, with it being a BFT and a Leandries, it's going to pop you.
Yeah, it's
going to pop you. And with that Blighting Jewel as well. So she has that pin for the Mercs. And Northeastern, they will go ahead and start this dragon and go and get a second drag. It will be another Mountain Soul available this game as well.
Back to back.
Mountain Soul, I would say, is like my second favorite. Maybe my third, actually.
Yeah, it's middle of the pack.
Cloud is my number 1, and then Ocean, and then Mountain. And then the other ones, if I got it, I guess.
Yeah.
It does look like Northeastern, though, they're going to start rotating up to that top side to get control over this Otacon.
I always forget how little damage Rel does.
I mean, hey, she's not supposed to do damage.
I know.
She's beef.
I just look over there and I just see it poke the minions just like tiniest little sliver of damage.
I say it's a good thing she doesn't do damage. I would hate to see a Rel just outputting.
No. I don't want to see a Rel doing Lux levels of damage.
Yeah, no. Northeastern, though, they will go ahead and start the Otacon now. I mean, with this Morgana available, they could easily just melt it. Mizzou, though, they have to find a way, but Rel just sitting in that bush will catch out Kites. Kites has to look for an entryway here, but I don't think he's going to be able to. But Apex steals it!
How?
The Kazante steals the Otacon from Northeastern.
I was expecting like a Jinx ult or something, not just Cassante to just decide to dive bomb the entirety of Atacon, full soul on the line.
Well played, Henry.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Northeastern cannot be feeling great after that one.
Mizzou, they will go ahead and take it. They're still down around 3,000 to 4,000 gold, though. Down goes the Glacial Fissure from Prefects, though, onto the Rel. Don't know if it's going to be well utilized, though. It is not. It will be easy exit there, as Morgana did hit Prefects with a massive Q.
Yeah, it is going to hurt a little bit, and it's going to just have to start being repositioned here. Honestly, I'm interested to see how this Cinema Mochi against this Rise is going to play out here.
Exactly. I mean, Rise is...
It's been a while since we've seen this 1v1.
Yeah, plus his scaling is kind of getting...
A little bit there.
Yeah, he has his Roa full. He has that full Seraphs. I believe now starting to build either Rabadons. I would assume it's a Rabadons. He has a Rod. He could go... Nah, if you're going Azonias, you're not going to first build a Rod.
No. Yeah, you're basically going to be going Rabadons.
You're going to get that arm guard.
Right. You want that arm guard and happen to have 1,200 gold exactly.
Yeah, so he will go ahead and secure another Rod. It will go for that Rabadons, you know, as we said.
Rabadon's just so powerful. Just straight stat bump.
Morgana, though, has a very, not large, but a decent lead here on Kites as well with 3 items onto his 2. But a big Q3 knockup from Apex onto the Rise, trying to put out as much damage as possible.
Honestly, this Kled, I feel like has been doing the craziest things all game, and it's just been working.
I mean, I guess that is Kled for you.
Yeah.
It's just why.
Everything's going to be crazy, and we'll just see if it works or not. Meanwhile, it's going to be Apex again, who's just looking for more and more.
Apex, though, will go all out as well. Magnastorm along with the Lightning Crash, but Apex will go ahead and shut down the Zeri. The rest of Mizzou will go ahead and try to follow up. Rel almost getting stunned with 3 stacks of the Braum passive set.
I just saw Apex just have the health bar disappear. It took like 25% HP off a single shot.
Yeah, Cassante is ridiculous. I hate it. I hate it so much.
All that happens though, and I just see the HP just start draining. it is crazy. Cassante goes from I am a tank somewhat, and I will deal damage to I'm gonna hurt you. Please don't hurt me.
Yeah, I am an assassin now.
Literally, I am an assassin who just happens to be carrying tank-like objects.
Mizzou, they will go ahead and secure their first tower in this game.
Yeah, really late into the game too.
That does suck. That definitely hurts. But you are getting somewhere now. You know, you're starting to scale up. Your Jinx, 3 items compared to the Zeri's 2.
We're also going to be seeing people start to play for Drake here since it's coming up in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, but you definitely need to play around your Jinx, though, and make sure, you know, she does not get caught, especially in that Magnet Storm with the crash down. Kites, though, putting out a decent amount of damage here onto the Morgana, but the Rel going to go ahead and look for it. Engage does miss the Shattering Strike onto Apex. Apex, though, does have the Jack Show available, but he's starting to get bursted out. A big Q will land onto Prefects. The Glacial Fissure also going out as well, but that shield just taking so much damage. But the rest of Mizzou, they have been taken low. They are going to be forced to retreat now. Since Momochi is there trying to put out some poke, but Northeastern, they have the advantage over this river. Bot River is theirs to claim.
A lot of vision there, too.
They're going to have to look for a retake here.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to take Dragon for free. So, we are going to see Nasty try to steal with that giant rocket, but it's just not going to be there quick enough and going to get body blocked.
Exactly. Mizzou, they tried to move up to that top side towards that Baron, maybe to get some control over there, but Northeastern, they just shredded the Dragon way too quickly.
Yeah, Vision was on lockdown there too.
They were able to get up there.
Like, quite literally, unless Apex had to play the lifetime and it's still Dragon again, there wasn't much you could really do about that.
Yeah, I mean, Apex, he also just got shredded.
Shredded for 2/3 of the HP off of, like, a second or two.
He is on the verge of getting that Unending Despair, though. And
yeah.
I feel like that could easily be a game changer. But this Rise, I mean, as we saw, the Rise put out a lot of damage onto Apex during that fight. Apex, though, will go ahead and secure that bot side tier 1 for Mizzou now. So Mizzou, they're finally starting to get some towers.
What?
Man, we love timers.
Yeah. Like, I saw the damage happen, and it's still got back.
Still got his base off.
Yep. Not to mention, we're just going to see Prefects just not have a fun time.
Will get hit by that Shattering Strike. We'll also get hit by the Morgana Q as well. The damage will be kind of reduced, thankfully, because he is playing Braum.
Yep. Which does have some little benefit to it here, but like Nashi's kind of just going to have to be in this weird, awkward position of I can't engage, I can't disengage, and just stand here menacingly.
Yeah, Nashi is going to have to continue to just play in that back line, play as slow as possible. Like, their front to back definitely is going to be nasty for sure. Morgana, though, going to go ahead and activate the Black Shield. Gets a big Q off on Sensei Momochi. His magic shield, his passive magic shield is gone, but in goes Apex, though, on a big Q3 onto this Kled. That mount health is massive right now, though, but Apex doing so much damage, almost has him dismounted, just has to keep going. It is a massive fight, but Kled going to go ahead and ult out. And Northeastern, they're going to go ahead and start the Dragon. Rel going to go ahead and stop, but there goes the Rise ultimate as well. Onto the back line, maybe trying to stop Kite, but a TP into the Baron Pit as well. In goes the Crescent Guard from Kite, forcing Northeastern back. Apex is in the pit, forcing Northeastern off of it.
Yeah, that is going to at least buy them some more time, which is great to see. Honestly, if they played that wrong, could have just meant Apex's death.
Exactly, but thankfully, I think they are kind of scared of it, but Apex will go ahead and get hit by another Morgana Q. Kled also dealing a decent amount of damage. He did get a reset off and just TP'd right back in.
Yeah, the Unending Despair is live now, so that is a lot to try to just able to tank a little bit more here. So I'm wondering how this all is going to play into this next fight.
It does look like Northeastern, they are going to try to go for a reset here. They no longer want the Baron call.
Yeah, and it looks like Northeastern and Mizzou are kind of just trying to get a little bit of value here, and that's going to be a lot of value going on to Sinnoh, and that's just going to stop all the backs.
You do need to care for this Morgana, though. She did miss the Q, but Black Shield is going to be available. She does drop it onto herself. Cooldown does start for it, but they looks like they are going to just retreat, just attack. Kite's going to go ahead and start clearing some vision off of the Baron, reducing a lot of that power that Northeastern has right now.
Yeah, it kind of means that Northeastern has to start worrying about it too. They don't have any vision there, so they can't confirm whether or not Mizzou started it or not.
They just have to, play it slow, play it patiently, which, is exactly what they are doing. And Northeastern, though, they are going to go ahead and just retake control over this river, while Mizzou, a lot of them are going to go ahead and just reset. Which, they have the time. They know that Northeastern is not starting the Baron right now.
Yeah, not to mention they're all kind of coming back from base in that general area, and Northeastern kind of just trying to figure out a good time to start it, but they got to keep worrying about Mizzou. If they take it at the wrong time, who knows? Apex may just come back in and steal it again.
Ooh, Apex, though, with a nice dodge there over the Morgana Q. Does get that quick knock-up onto Rise. It does look like Northeastern instead are going to start setting up for this Mountain Soul. Kaisto looking for a quick dash onto the Rel, trying to get some damage off. It will be a back and forth with the poke game now. Morgana misses another Q. Kites lands another, does go in. Don't know if you want to do that, though. He quickly disengages, but Apex will force the flash out from the Rel, but a big Q3 knockup onto the Zeri and the Rel. Kitesko going to activate the Crescent Guard going in. It will be a taunt onto the Kled. Kled almost falls. Hero's entrance will go out as well. Kled with a quick remount, though. A big knockup. Rise will take down Nashty. You no longer have your 86 with the Momochi force to Zonias, but will also be taken down by the Zeri. Prefects and Apex will fall. Kites is trying to retreat here, but there goes the Kled. The Kled follows him over the wall as well, and it will be an ace for Northeastern. And instead of the Dragon, they are going to go down mid lane and try to end this game.
That was so much. I was like, okay, Mizzou has some options here, and then I just see the health bars just drain.
Yeah, you choose to engage on the Kled instead of the squishy members, and it does look like Northeastern, they are going to be able to win Game 2 and take the series against Mizzou.
It's been just always that, couple of fights that are just deciding entire matches.
All it takes, is that one fight, and you choose to target, while Kled is a very strong target, he is way too beefy.
Yep.
I feel
especially on that mount.
Exactly. I feel like, if you want to target somebody else, you have to target somebody else other than the Kled, and you deal with the Kled, a little bit later. Or you call Apex to maybe just, keep the Kled off. That way, the rest of the members can go for the squishies. But we saw Kites. He went in. He crescent guarded the Kled. He marked the Kled. Got him to dismount. But Kled was able to do so much damage and just immediately remount.
Yep.
And while the rest of Northeastern, Like, you got Morgana burning.
Exactly, and just a lot of it going on to Cinema Mochi, who's just forced to Zonias and hoping that the team is able to get there, but just no time to do that.
They were none of them were there. None of them were available.
Barely alive even.
Rise took out Nashty in the back line. Nobody was able to, properly peel for Nashty, and it caused them to lose that fight.
Yeah, the amount of CC they had kind of just led to this kind of we talked about this in that team setup originally. Like, their CC was pretty low. They didn't have too much to engage on. Unlike that last match, they didn't have like Forge God or anything like that to really just be like, okay, this is our fight starting ultimate. We get this off, we go in. This entire game, it was a matter of, it was like, okay, where do we start from? They didn't really have a good starting point for a lot of those fights. It was like, okay, Cinema Mochi could start something when possible, but it was always just, if Mizzou was winning, it was usually because they just got a ton of damage output. And when Northeastern was winning, it was because they hit a CC and someone died immediately.
Yeah, I mean, their CC chains, their damage output definitely just a lot more than Mizzou's. Prefect, not being able to get off, those good glacial fissures on the Braum as well. Plus, like we said, with the Black Shield being available.
Yeah. CC is one of the most powerful things in league.
If you're not touching Morgana, she's just going to get onto your team, activate the Soul Shackles, and you're kind of
your
stuck.
Team evaporates.
You're stuck.
Yep.
You're going to get stunned or you're going to pop.
Yep.
So
CC is kind of the name of the game when it comes to those first initial picks in a lot of those fights.
Yeah, so unfortunately that will be game 2, which will be the series for Mizzou versus Northeastern. They will take it 0-2. But thank you all so much for watching tonight. As a reminder, do not forget we have Roster Rumble this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. I believe the brackets have been laid out in the community Mizzou esports server. So if you are on a team, make sure you check that out, stay updated with your captains, and prepare to have a very, very fun weekend if you were drafted. And even if you weren't drafted, make sure you tune in and watch your community participate in Roster Rumble with all the premier players or just team captains. It should be a very fun one. But once again, thank you all for tuning in tonight for Mizzou esports. You all have a good night, and we will see you all for the next stream.